Good to see you. So, first of all, Ukraine is our top priority. We need an agreement today, and it should be at 27. This will impact our legitimacy, our credibility, and our predictability, because Ukraine's security is Europe's security. We also need to top up badly needed funds that our citizens depend on health, on energy, on research. This is where our Parliament and our citizens will look at when they come to vote in June. To the farmers that are outside, we see you and we hear you. And if you want your voice to be heard, make it heard also in June when you vote for the European Parliament elections. On the Middle East, the European Parliament was the first institution to call for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza and the return of all hostages. This is the only way to ensure lasting peace and stability in the region. And we look forward to having this institution, the European Council today, the leaders coming to a similar conclusion so that we can all speak in one voice on this issue.
You've been looking for a compromise before, not you, but Orban, Scholz, Macron, the Commission. What is this
on what?
Democracy when Parliament is not involved, when the European states are not involved? Is that a good way forward?
On the Ukraine facility, we are co-legislators. European Parliament voted. We wanted to vote as quickly as possible in order for us to send the clearest of messages that we know that Ukraine needs the 50 billion euros for it to continue to fight the war for all of us. And that's why trialogues are going on, negotiations are going on, we are at the table. All we need is for there to be an agreement today, because Ukraine needed the money yesterday and not tomorrow or the day after. So the decision that should be taken today, and I'm hopeful that we will, as you've heard from all the leaders, is that we can actually give the news that Ukrainians so desperately want today.
On the Middle East, Iran behind most of the conflict escalation. As you know, we have so many militia in Yemen, Syria, Iraq, Lebanon. Over the past year, you are, as a president, you made a very brave decision during the Parliament, sanction against Iran. Do you want to again or more sanction against Iran?
Yeah, well, we are closely following the outcome and the ensuing developments from yesterday's defense ministers' meeting, and we will take it from there. I am in close contact with the High Representative, but yes, you are right that the European Parliament, in view of the fact that a number of members have been sanctioned by quite a number of countries, that this was the only decision that we could take, and it was the right one. Last one. Well, the Article 7 has already been triggered, actually, as was the right of the European Parliament to do, with a very convincing vote when that happened. We will see what happens today. There are still questions being asked about the 10 billion euros that were disbursed before the last European Council. However, our focus today, and here I concur with the leaders, not excluding any position that the Parliament will take next week in Strasbourg, that today we get an agreement at 27. And this is important not for us but for Ukraine, but also for all our citizens that would like to see the institutions and all the member states be coherent and consistent on this issue. Last one on agriculture.
What does the European Union need to do and want to do to support the agriculture sector?
Well, we need to listen more, and we need, as we enter this campaign period into the European elections, realize, I see this in every member state that I visit, that there are sectors that we did not listen to enough. And I think it's our responsibility, one, to say that, to encourage everybody to vote in the June European Parliament elections, and understand that if there is frustration with our processes, or we did not communicate well enough, or we did not consult well enough, then we say it. I think we need to be honest with our citizens. Thank you very much. Thank you.